How's everyone doing? I had to put on my pink lipstick and I'm decked out in pink. I have a pink Zane on. I have my pink headband, my purple earrings, my cargo pants because it's cargo pants. They're back, everyone, whether we like it or not. So I want everyone to leave a comment in the chat. Thank you for joining for our special BarbieCon Facebook Live. I'm Alex, live from Cleveland in a pink room. I'm dog sitting this week, so I'm at my friend's house. And lucky me, she had pink walls. So this worked out perfectly. But go ahead and leave a comment in the Facebook Live chat if you have, tell me what your favorite Barbie was. Or tell me what your first Barbie was. I think for me, my first Barbie, at least the one I can remember, was a Jasmine Barbie. So I loved Disney princesses and I love Aladdin still to this day. It's one of my favorite Disney movies. I love The Lion King and Aladdin. And Aladdin had a Jasmine Barbie and I remember just loving to play with her. And so leave a comment what your favorite or most memorable or first Barbie was. But good news, everyone. I actually saw the Barbie movie last night. I don't know what they're doing with movies these days, but I guess they say that they're out on a Friday, but I went Thursday and everyone dressed up. Everyone was wearing pink. People were wearing wigs. And it actually happened. There happened to be a huge severe thunderstorm in Cleveland. So I went to this theater where I had to park really far away. And I went with a friend and we just were like, we're getting wet. We had one umbrella that was breaking. We were running through the hail to get to the theater. So we were sopping wet getting to the theater and we were all dressed up in our pink, or I was at least. I had a pink sweatshirt on and pink spandex pants. And, you know, I was the most casual of, I think, everyone in that theater. But I've never been in a movie where everyone was so lively, so excited to be there and laughed at every single joke. There's something about this movie that has just culturally pressed into what's happening in culture, what's happening in pop culture. People are excited. So I'm excited to share a little bit about Barbie, the phenomenon of the summer of 2023 with you guys. So let me read some of the comments on the chat and we'll get... Yes, I am devoted, Ruth. You're right. I'm a devoted fan. There was a moment, though, when I was like, it's hailing. Is my car going to get hailed on? Do I really want to be here? It was kind of late, so I was like, maybe I'll just go home. But we found a parking spot. But I was pretty close to just going home. But it was a good movie. Judy, hi Judy. My Bobbies were long before themed dolls. The only choice we had was hairstyle. Bubble cut or long hair. Unfortunately, all of my Barbie dolls were lost in a house fire. I'm so sorry. My roommate was telling me that her brother, she has brothers. I can't relate. I don't have brothers or sisters. But she said when she was young, her brothers ripped off the heads of Barbies. And so she couldn't do anything with them anymore. She just had headless Barbies. And I forgot that you couldn't put the heads back on. You know, once the heads are off, no turning back. So that's a bummer. Ruth, your first Barbie was just Barbie with dark hair, curly bangs, and a ponytail. This was in the 60s. Nice. Nice. Hi, everyone. Good morning, Barbara. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Marge. Anyone give me a thumbs up that sound is good. I tried today to do YouTube live also, but I couldn't get it to work. So, we're working through some of our streaming options. We would love to go live on both Facebook and YouTube because that's just cool. And it kind of saves some, you know, it helps us reach multiple audiences. But the streaming just didn't work. So we will get there eventually, but I will post this to YouTube after so you guys can watch it, share it with all your friends. Yeah, so we will get there soon. Let me just read a couple more comments and then just like last time on July 4th, I have a presentation for you guys. And so we're going to share the presentation. Mary Lou, you're too old for Barbie. Well, you should go watch this movie because this movie teaches you that no one is too old for Barbie. Barbie is for everyone, young and old. But yes, I get the concept. You know, I'm not carrying around my dolls or stuffed animals with me at age 33, so I get that. Oh, you had the very first Barbie. So there, I have some pictures of the first Barbie here, Charlene, from 1969. It was the original Barbie, and she had a black and white swimsuit, which is part of my inspiration. So if you don't love pink, stay with me. If you love pink, stay with me even more. Pink is my favorite color. When I was little, I had an orange bedroom that we sponge painted. Remember when sponge painting was really popular? I had my mom have the painter paint it bright orange with sponge painting, and then a bright blue ceiling, and I had green carpet. I mean, it was a look. It was a pretty cool room. It was like definitely the coolest room. But I would have wanted a pink room. Let's be honest. I would have loved it. So you guys are going to see some pictures of my house. I have a very pink house. Not this house. This is my friend's house. But my current pink house in Cleveland, Ohio is very pink. So I'm partial to pink. If you want to get me any gifts, if you want to send me any digital cards, if you want to send me any texts or emojis or emails with anything in it, put pink in it. It will just make you happy. It'll make me happy. All right. Have I gone through enough comments? I think we're good. All right. So I went and saw the movie last night, and it's just a huge, amazing, fake, artificial, color-saturated world. It's bright. It's wonderful. And Jacqueline Duran was the costume designer here. And what's great about this film is it surveys Barbie fashion over time. So you're seeing so much fashion. If you don't want to go see the movie for Barbie reasons, go for fashion reasons. I mean, the hair, the makeup, the aesthetic, the style. I heard that there was a shortage of the pink paint color from the Barbie movie during the time of filming because they got that paint for the film, and they spent so much of that paint that there was a shortage. So it's just an amazing, inspiring film. And I wanted to tell you guys right now, get off the screen with me, go to Google. Your Facebook Live will still be in the corner, wherever you're watching. Google the Barbie movie. Just Google it. Google something related to Barbie movie. I even Googled Ryan Gosling. You can Google Margot Robbie, and you can Google just Barbie. If you Google this, your Google will sparkle pink. I mean, I think the marketing team for Barbie has to, they have done an amazing job. I'll probably say this more than once in this presentation, but the marketing scheme, amazing. It's so good. I don't really know what they did, but they just did everything so well. So they've collaborated, they've used Google, they've used fashion, they've used collaborations with other brands. It's amazing what Barbie has done this summer. So if you have no idea that Barbie is even out, I mean, I don't really even know how. You might not even know because it's just been everywhere. So let's go to the presentation. Give me a couple minutes. So I'll give you not a couple minutes, but a couple seconds for me to switch over here, make sure everything's good. Go ahead and Google Barbie and see that sparkly pink. All right, here's my presentation. Here I am in the corner. And I just want to make sure that this is full screen for you guys. Is it? Yes. Cool. No. Is it? It's blurry, isn't it? Okay. Are you guys good with this view? Maybe we'll go a little smaller. Or maybe we can do this. Does this work? I'm looking here. Yeah. No. Dang it. Okay. We'll just go back to this small version, and I'll make it really, really big for you guys. You'll see the coming screens up here at the bottom. Hope that's okay. Yeah, isn't that funny? The sparkly pink on Google? Wild. Okay, so fashion and fabric feature with Alex. We're talking about Barbiecore. Do you guys have the summer issue of Vogue? This is an amazing article. I have a girl crush on Margot Robbie, who plays Barbie in this film. She's in the Vogue summer issue, and her article features designer collaborations with Valentino, Maison Margiela, Proenza Shower, Carolina Herrera, Marni, Chanel, Saint Laurent, Marc Jacobs, Christian Louboutin, and Miu Miu. I mean, all the big designers have collaborated with Barbie in some way this summer or within the past year. The promos for this film started about a year ago. We first saw Margot and Ryan, her co-star, skateboarding or roller skating in LA as part of what you'll see in the film if you go to the movie. And this, ever since then, it's just been sparked and buzzed. You know, when is this Barbie movie coming out? But in the article, it talks about how this was shot in London, and they actually did research at the Electric Cinema in Notting Hill. If any of you have been to London, this is my favorite movie theater. I go every time I'm in London. So they were at this Electric Cinema in Notting Hill every Sunday night. They called it church research. And what they did when they went to this Electric Cinema, they watched a Technicolor musical every Sunday. That was sort of the inspiration for this film. So they watched musical movies, The Red Shoes, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. And the movie actually had a special color template for Barbie. Special colors were used. Just like I said, the paint was running low, but this template for Barbie was called Techno Barbie. So it came up with a whole new color scheme just for this movie. Hot pink everything. Did you guys know that Valentino has his own hot pink color? So this pink is dubbed Valentino Pink PP. So the creative director, I don't know how to say his name, but it's in there. This is the signature shade of Valentino. Actually, in his fall 2022 show, every garment in his show was this color and shade of pink and also black. As you can see on this main picture in the background, that hot pink was it. And that's what we're seeing this summer. At the Met Gala in 2023, this year, pink was all over the place. So BarbieCon energy, Barbiecore energy, Barbie everything energy is all over, like I said, pop culture. You're seeing celebrities just wear head to toe this shade of pink. I'm kind of partial to a head to toe look, as you guys might know from my other conversations and Facebook Lives. So this guy here, on the far left, head to toe, oversized blazer, baggy pants, and same color shoes. That's kind of my vibe. I love that. Same with the guy. I'm picking all the guys' looks, I guess, but the other guy who's closer to the right, I love his head to toe look in the same tone. So monochrome looks, all in pink, but this color was everywhere. Some of the Barbie collaborations that were happening were just, like I said, all over the place. You had everything from Barbie Krispy Kreme, Barbie Burger King, Barbie Xbox. If any of you are gamers, they had special controllers for Xboxes. Barbie Gap, Barbie Airbnb, a Barbie Dream House. Guys, look at this. A Barbie Dream House on Airbnb. It's exactly how it looks. I guess it's run by a Ken who doesn't have a name. His name is Ken. So Ken owns this dream house. It's an actual Malibu dream house in Malibu that was open for rent this summer. I looked it up today and it is sold out. You cannot get any more. It doesn't even say the price. I don't know what it would have been a night. I can imagine quite expensive. But this Airbnb was available for the summer, which is just, like I said, the epitome of this Barbiecore trend that is just taking over culture right now. So I want to stay here. If any of you guys want to get me a gift whenever this opens back up, we can all just stay together. You know, anyone who wants to join the Barbie Malibu Dream House with me, just send me an email. We'll all go together. We'll make it a party. But they also had drinks. They had makeup, toothpaste, Crocs. I mean, Barbie collaborations are hitting and still hitting the scene now with tons of different brands. My mom sent me this article. So cool, not kitschy. So kitschy means like poor taste. No one wants to be kitschy. But I think oftentimes we can, if we don't like pink, we can tend to kind of sway the direction of, pink is not cool. Pink is tasteless. But I think Barbie has put pink back on top of the scene and, you know, promoted it to make it cool in pop culture. But this article, I'm going to click this little button and scroll through. But, you know, it's showing how even home decor has used pink and promoting pink in their different designs. My mom, the interior designer, is partial to home decor sites, so she found this article on Domino, and it's just collaborating and using pink in places and spaces you might not have normally thought to use pink. I particularly like that check rug in there, but that's an article from Domino. Then, like I said, you guys are going to see my house. This is my house that I'm not in today, but I have a very pink house. It was my dream once I got this house to just put beautiful wallpaper in this house. So on the right, you're going to see this House of Hackney iconic print that I got. So it's just a singular wall in my dining room. And the pink chairs were from my childhood home, where I probably used to play Barbies on them. And the chairs are from, I believe, Designers Guild. So I got them reupholstered. They were kind of an older gray color. And so when I sort of, what's the word? My parents gave them to me. When they gave them to me, I thought, well, let's just make them pink. So it's matching chairs with a black and white ottoman that isn't pictured, also very cool. And then on the bottom, you see that gosh, I'm losing all my words right now. But another pink, not ottoman, but kind of. It's in my entryway. My mom had it in her sewing room in Eureka Springs, and it was a gross white beige leather. So we reupholstered that, and that's not Designers Guild. That's another brand. We were trying to find out yesterday. But you can follow me on Instagram at Alex, not Alice in Wonderland. I started it thinking I would show a lot of pictures of my house, which I will, and I do, and I love. But I also just love Instagram and love social media, so I do a lot of like silly videos of what I'm doing through the day, videos with my friends. So you can give me a follow and see a little bit more in my house and see a little bit more in my life. All right, so let's talk about the fashion feature. This is a full trailer. It's about 2.5 minutes, but I don't want to play the whole thing, but it's in here. You can Google the Barbie movie trailer. It will probably turn up pink and sparkly, and then you can watch this trailer. But the question I want to ask you when you watch this trailer is, how many fashion trends can you even see in this clip? If I click play, which I might do, yep. I want to make sure there we go.
Hey, Barbie. Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever. It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. You guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks,
Some things have been happening that might be related.
when my world shakes.
Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground.
So I heard that take for the heels coming out of the slippers took 8 tries for her to keep her feet arched like that. So obviously it was a huge deal when Barbie's foot was then flat in real life. But even in that short 50 seconds, you guys can see there are a lot of trends in this Barbie movie. Here are a few that I'm highlighting that you're just seeing from that trailer. We see the fluffy heels. We see a lot of pink gingham. That's a very iconic Barbie look. And they actually made a Margot Robbie, who is the actor here. They made a Margot Robbie Barbie using this pink gingham outfit that you're going to see here in a little bit. Black and white stripe was in it, disco, sailor, retro, roller skating. Margot Robbie was in a movie called I, Tonya, where she learned how to ice skate, and so she's also really good at roller skating. I'm horrible at both, but the roller skates are those original neon yellow roller skates that we've maybe seen Barbie with, but she skates in those in the movie, and then a Western and cowgirl style. So really, Barbie is all-encompassing. In the movie, we see presidents, we see doctors, we see Barbie construction workers, we see Barbie landscape artists, we see Barbie chefs. Barbie is all things. Barbie is running the world of Barbie Land with her Ken by her side, which takes me to the two actors in the movie. I have crushes on both of these people. Ryan Gosling has been, both of these people have been icons for so long, but this is also a big reason why I saw the movie. I love Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie so much. Ryan Gosling was in actually the Mickey Mouse Club with Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera back in the day when they were like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, very young. And, I was a little too young for that, but I followed him ever since. He was in La La Land, and he actually sings in this movie. One of the tracks I played before this started was Ryan Gosling singing. So I'm in love with him. And then Margot is actually, they call her in interviews the quintessential Barbie. She's exactly how she looks on in media. They say she's very smiley, she's very present, she's giddy, she's bubbly, she's inquisitive. So her spirit, I think, in movies and in any interview I've seen with her is very genuine. So she's obviously beautiful. I heard that when they filmed this, they had a full-time facial expert, and Margot was getting facials 2 to 3 times a week. She was also on, they wanted to give a Barbie glow from the inside out. So they talked about what she was eating. She had a lot of probiotics, a lot of sauerkraut, a lot of fermented foods, and a lot of tea. So Margot wasn't drinking coffee. She was having water, tea, sauerkraut, like all these types of foods that really helped her gut and made her skin bright. So it wasn't all just, special effects in a movie. Margot and Barbie in the movie really shine. So say hello to my crushes in life, Ryan and Margot. They're beautiful, and it made this movie extra beautiful. So here's my fashion feature. I have some pictures here of Margot in different outfits. I want to say she killed it on her press tour. I'm actually not taking any images from the movie, although she gets the inspiration for these press tour outfits from the movie. But this is from the press tour, so the different openings, her travels to London, her interviews. I mean, like I said, this marketing plan and how these outfits were dreamed up, developed, all of these were custom by these big name designers that I mentioned before. But here on the first page, this first one going left to right is Moschino. This first image is from the 1964 sparkly pink doll. The second one was her just traveling. But I mean, look at this. This is, I think, a Chanel jacket. And then look at the matching suitcase, guys. It's so great. She's just wearing an oversized blazer, which I love. I love a blazer right now. And I'm hoping that I can make one with the Sewing Workshop pattern soon. We're kind of in development of a new pattern that sort of echoes this look, but I recently bought an oversized blazer when I was in Santa Fe, and it's much longer than the one Margot is wearing, but I wear it all the time. So that's the second look. If we keep moving to the right, we have the look from the original 1959 doll. And I believe his name, the designer of this, was Hervé Lege. But this is just the iconic sort of take that Margot used from that 1959 doll look. Then the last look on this page was a custom Valentino dress. This was originally worn very similar to Karen Mudler, who was dubbed the real-life Barbie. So Karen wore a brown polka dot halter version of this dress, and Margot kind of took this look and made it hot pink. Next up, we have a brunette bubble cut doll. look that Margot had. We have 2 and 3 are together. This is actually the Day to Night doll from Versace. So Versace made these 2 looks for one of the premieres. I believe this is in London. And then the 4th look is from the 1960 doll, the Solo in Spotlight doll. So again, Margot is actually taking looks from these Barbie dolls and kind of putting them in our modern day. The designers and the brands are looking at these Barbies and looking at what can be made to kind of capture the essence of these dolls, which I think is just brilliant. I love it so much. This is actually, this first one, the same look from the first page. So that Moschino 1964 sparkly pink doll. We have an Emilio Pucci. We all might be familiar with that. Sometimes we get Pucci fabrics in at the sewing workshop. The 1990s Totally Hair Barbie. And then we have the 3rd look, Vivienne Westwood in London for the premiere. This echoes the 1960s Enchanted Evening Barbie. And then the 4th look, I mean, Ryan Gosling head to toe pink. Wow, love it. So here's, again, the fashion feature. We're looking at the pink, we're looking at the styling, and we're looking at the inspiration around what Margot and the other designers are doing. Now, we might not all wear mini skirts, crop tops, sweetheart necklines, ruched things. These aren't everyday things we wear. Of course, this is Margot, this is Barbie, this is big brands, but we can take pieces of these inspirations and pull them into what we can do today. So, big takeaways from this. Pink, guys, do not be afraid of pink. You saw this in my last Facebook Live where I featured striped pants. Just don't be afraid of it. You'll see in this first picture, I took the divided Eureka top, and I believe if Erin is watching, she's going to be posting some links to things that I mentioned. But the divided Eureka top is on our blog, so it's free content. On our blog, we actually teach you how to take the Eureka top and learn how to divide it up, just like what you see in my garment. There's kind of a few different panels on the front and a panel or 2 in the back. On the bottom, I'm wearing Valencia pants that are have a little bit of sheen and shimmer to them. And then on next to me, you'll see we have a Edgewater skirt. Now we actually have kits for this Edgewater skirt that I'll talk about in a bit. That makes it really easy if you get stressed out about thinking about what fabrics to pick, what colors of pink to pick. We have an Edgewater skirt kit that is already prepared for you. It's on sale for 40% off, but don't be afraid of pink, guys. I think if that's one thing we can learn today and one thing we can learn from Barbie in our 2023 culture is don't be afraid of this color. The next takeaway from this is a black and white stripe. I'm taking this 1959 iconic dress and iconic suit from the original Barbie and making it simple by just thinking about stripes. So similar to what I talked about with striped pants, I'm wearing a cityscapes dress. I've taken a wider fabric that's striped, and on the front, I had the stripes going horizontal. And on the back, I had the stripes going vertical. And on the sleeves, I cut them on the bias, so the sleeves were going diagonally. This is the Cityscapes dress. This is a great dress for you to consider. It's semi-fitted. It's normally a long sleeve dress, but I've made it short sleeve. It has extending darts that create this wonderfully flattering bell shape and a tapered kind of midi length hemline. It can be lengthened or shortened, but here it is. In the original pattern, the only thing that's different is it's short sleeve. But it's a great thing to consider for using stripes and for putting and pairing stripes differently. Here are the best patterns I'm recommending for Barbiecore. The Edgewater. Now, the Edgewater is great because we have it both in dress form and skirt form. So we have Edgewater dress kits. They are color blocked kits where we have combined knit with very smooth cotton poplin. We have these kits available. Like I said, you can just grab one and then it's easy. You're good to go with your Barbie trend for the summer. So that's Erin wearing an Edgewater dress. And then Erin is now wearing a gardenia blouse That's that pink blouse that's right next to the gardenia. That's a loose fitting hip length blouse. It has a tuck and neckline details that are the same as the dress. The gardenia is also a dress, but it has, what's different about it is it has slightly extended armholes that are finished with bias binding. So this blouse captures, I think, the essence of femininity, and I love these tucks. It's a really fun garment to make, actually, because of these tucks and some of the details in it. When I make it, I lengthen it by a couple inches to make it a tunic, but I will show you some fabrics here shortly of how you can pair with all of these things, but particularly the gardenia blouse. Next up, you'll see what I'm actually wearing today as well, the Zane. So I talk about this one a lot because it's one of my favorites, but the reason I love it is because it's so versatile. You can make it in both woven and knit, but it has a very relaxed hip. Not hip. I mean, you can have relaxed hips if you wear the Zane, but it has a relaxed fit. It's a hip length top with the center front and back seam and this asymmetrical left side drape. It has elbow length sleeves. So the one I'm wearing and the one in the picture, it's as is in the pattern. And then if you do it in a woven, it has a center back keyhole opening. But if you do it in a knit, you can just do a regular ready to wear neck binding using knit fabrics. Finally, the far picture, I am wearing my new favorite pants, the Hudson pants, in my favorite fabric ever, viscose linen. The Hudson pants are great pants. You'll see Linda in them later. But the Hudson pants are pull-on ankle-length pants that have these beautiful calf to ankle darts. And if you purchase this pattern, you get a free inseam pocket template with your purchase. But I'm wearing on top the Venice Deux, Deux top. We actually made a tutorial for this top, taking the Venice shirt, which is one of our wonderful button down shirts, and it has these details in the back that you're seeing, these ruffles with the buttons. So what we've done in the Venice Deux is taken the Venice shirt and made it short sleeve, removed the button on the front, removed the collar and stand. So it's more just like a woven top, similar to the Zane, where it's it has a center back keyhole opening, and it has similar sleeve length, but it has kind of a basic shirt front, very simple. And then on the back, it has all these wonderful details. That's not on sale, but it's a very simple tutorial. And I mean, isn't this outfit wonderful? I almost wore it today, but I wanted to just keep it pink. But these are the Hudson pants. These are the best patterns for Barbiecore. Now, again, how do I wear this? Spoiler alert, does anyone remember the picture from our last Facebook Live with Alex? There was Hailey Bieber in Rick Rack. Here we are, guys, Margot Robbie in Rick Rack. So Rick Rack is on trend. So here's Margot Robbie in this black Rick Rack. Everyone go get your Rick Rack. We got to get some at the sewing workshop. We got to make this trend happen. So, but how do you wear these looks? Again, I'm not a pink person. I'm not a Barbie person. Pink feels too feminine. Pink feels too out there. I would never wear bright pink pants like Alex. Okay, that's fine. But what I would ask is you just take a piece of it that you love and simplify it. So choose a pattern. The ones I mentioned are the Hudson pants, the gardenia top, a Zane top, or another knit top, similar to maybe the divided Eureka. Or you can take an Edgewater, and the Edgewater is both a dress and a skirt. Or the other dress I wore that was striped was the Cityscapes dress. Once you pick a pattern, pair it with a pink fabric. It doesn't have to be overly pink, but try it. Pair it with a pink. Or you can pair it with a black and white fabric, like the black and white stripe that I featured in the Cityscapes dress. Here are your must-haves for this look. Viscose linen. Linda talks about this fabric a lot. When I made these pants last year, this is what we used, and she has a few pants in this linen. I think we're doing a Facebook Live, or we'll have another feature of viscose linen here soon, but this fabric has a wonderful matte finish. It has a slight visible weave, but the thing about it is it just has a beautiful drape. Linda made these, has made these for trips and wears them throughout her whole trip. They're wonderful travel pants. We have this particular fabric in a lot of different colors, and they're just great pant weight fabric, especially for summer. This pink it's called cherry blossom, although I think it seems more pink to me than cherry. But we have other pinks in it. We have a blush pink, which is what you're going to see Linda wearing here soon. She wore her blush pink viscose linen pants basically at every Facebook Live last year, I think. I think it's a running joke. Like, where are the pink pants? They go with everything. So that's, I think, the beauty of potentially a pink is it can actually be versatile enough and be neutral enough to go with a lot of different things. Another must-have, grab a gingham. Echoing the new Barbie Margot Robbie, gingham is what she wore a lot. You'll see it in the movie in her presser outfits. But I think a gingham would be wonderful with what Erin is wearing here, the gardenia top. We have a poly cotton gingham on sale, which is that lighter pink. And then we also have this linen gingham on sale. So it's a little bit deeper pink. It looks pretty orange in this picture, but it is actually, let me brighten my screen here a little. It is actually more pink than orange, maybe a little bit coral. She's wearing the gardenia top and then West End pants with her gardenia. Another must-have is just grab a knit for a pink tee, or grab a pink knit for an edgewater, either a dress or a skirt. This is just echoing everything pink we're seeing. We have some wonderful jersey knit cottons in a few different colors that are bright and vibrant and simple. The zane that I'm wearing is a knit that we don't have anymore, but it's kind of a heathered pink. Grab a jersey knit cotton in a solid pink, and it's just going to be a vibrant shirt that you'll wear all the time. I would pick the zane. I could pick the divided Eureka. I could pick the Edgewater and make a dress out of it, or a skirt. Another must-have, the final must-have here, pulling all the looks together, a stripe. Maybe I'm a little partial to stripes. Here I am talking about striped pants last time and striped skirts. You guys are like, oh my gosh, Alex, you're wearing pink and striped things. Yes, go for it, guys. Look at how natural, and I guess the word might be neutral, this black and white stripe that Erin's wearing. This skirt goes with a lot of different things. So we have one for sale. I think that's a little bit wider than the one pictured. We used to have kits for the Edgewater skirt, but we do have a black and white jersey knit cotton that's for sale here that would go great with an Edgewater skirt or an Edgewater dress or cityscapes. And then you can play with the placement of the stripes. Maybe they're going vertical, maybe they're going horizontal, maybe it's cut on the bias so it's diagonal. Fabric feature, what are my fabrics that we've chosen this week? If you guys haven't already taken a look at some of the fabrics that are on the sale, it's live on our website. We have a Barbiecore section under Linda's videos. Go to our website and check out the sale. You'll get to see all of them. You can see the pictures much bigger. I'm just going to feature a few of them here and talk about some of the details. But I couldn't talk about only pink, but I could talk about mostly pink. So pink, 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 and then we have the black and white stripe. But we have a lot of different variations of pink fabrics here on the sale this weekend. So the great thing about this sale is it starts today and it goes through Tuesday, and it's 20% off our fabrics and 20% off the patterns that I'm featuring. Guys, that's pretty great. It's more than the 15% off that we get through the Facebook Live sales. So grab this weekend any of these fabrics, any of these patterns that you're seeing. Let me show you what fabrics I would pick if I were making the Hudson pants. So the Hudson pants, we have a few. We have 4 that I like. This pink and white stripe linen, we've seen this last time. Those would make amazing pants. You could play again with the placement of the stripes, cut different panels maybe on where the pleats are in the Hudsons and have them go horizontal and then the rest of the pant go vertical. That would be fun. We have a Hudson pant variation class that has that. So if you look up Hudson pant variation, you'll see this detail that we did to the Hudson pants where we kind of played with a striped fabric and had the linen running a different direction on the bottom of the Hudson pants. So this fabric, because it's striped, would go really well. Also the gingham as well. Those two would go really well with the Hudson pant variation, which is a really fun detail on these pants. Otherwise, you can just make them as is and have that simple kind of lantern tapered effect that the Hudson has. This viscose linen cherry blossom, that's the one that I wore. This is also what Linda is wearing. Linda is wearing the viscose linen in the blush pink. That's not on our sale category today, unless I change my mind. The blush pink isn't, but the cherry blossom is. So grab some viscose linen and cherry blossom, and then we can be twins. We can match our pants. So fun. I'd also pick this lightweight linen, the candy heart pink. So those are my fabric picks for the Hudson pants. For the gardenia blouse, this first one on the top left is a viscose and silk. It reminds me of what I would wear lounging at the Barbie dream house. You know, can you just picture yourself sitting on a Shea lounge overlooking the plastic world of Barbie under this fake palm tree and just enjoying these colors, these artificial colors. It kind of reminds me of the movie a bit, but you know, it has great colors in it: a lemon yellow, a mint green, pale tangerine, a guava, and a cream. You know, it just sounds yummy. It's a yummy fabric. This would be great for the gardenia blouse. This rayon taffy pink, this is really lightweight, but it's very bright. So if you're wanting to just go for, you know, I could even consider going for a whole monochrome look. If you get this rayon taffy pink, you make a gardenia blouse. Also make the West End pants in this rayon taffy pink. This has a beautiful drape. It feels similar to cotton poplin, but you can make a whole monochrome look, or you can make pants out of this as well. It would be great for the Hudsons, but I think if for a vibrant, bright summer, August, late July t-shirt, I would go with a gardenia. This watermelon and tangerine ladies, this is 100% viscose. If you look closely on our website at some of the pictures, it's mostly ladies, aka Barbies, but there are a few Kens in there. So it's, you know, it kind of, and you'll see in the movie too, there's a whole Ken versus Barbie drama sequence, but you know, we could call it watermelon and tangerine Barbies and Kens instead. But it's very cheerful, it's very light, and it has this kind of effortless, sketchy style to it. But it has kind of a watermelon pink background and tangerine orange on top. So it's not fully pink. I really tried to get everyone in there. Maybe you didn't like pink. There's something in here for you guys. All right, guys, this Swiss dot cotton, this Cavalli print, wow, this is an amazing fabric that we have. I love this. This is from the designer Roberto Cavalli. He's known for his bold prints, and this is a fabulous candy-colored, jungle-themed design. You know, it has these pink cheetahs in it, which is really great. So it has a Swiss dot. It is a Swiss dot. It's 100% Swiss dot cotton. So it has these little clipped dots throughout the design. It's not sheer, but it's just very lightweight. These are my picks for the gardenia blouse. All right, and then for your knit tops, I'm wearing, like I said, I'm wearing the Divided Eureka, which is on our blog. You could also pick the Zane. The Zane is great because, and the Eureka is great too. Both of those patterns really could be used for both knit and woven garments. But in these pictures, or at least these fabrics that I've chosen for it, all of these are knit. So you would just make this pattern in the knit variation. Pick a singular bright jersey cotton knit. We have a bright pink and a sweet pink on sale. And then the piqué knit, I need to make sure it's on the sale, but that is polyester and spandex. What I love about this and what I love about thinking about this for the Zane in particular is that it has kind of this spongy feel and a very like waffle texture. You can't maybe get that from the pictures on our website, but it has sort of this weight and drape of a knit that's perfect if you want to accentuate the shape. And because the Zane is so architecturally detailed with that drape and with kind of the elements of the seams, I think a piqué knit would be wonderful. So this is a really lovely color. It's a dark rose, wonderful for the Zane. And then the jersey knit at the bottom is the warm fruit basket. I have this cut out to make a mason top. I didn't get it finished for today, but I did just find out we only have 2-yard cuts of this, so we don't have a lot of quantity left of this fabric, but it's one of my particular favorites. It just has a lot of great colors in it, and you know, who doesn't love a fabric with fruit? And the fabrics that I'm picking for an Edgewater or a Cityscapes, I have kind of 2 looks going, but of course we have the black and white stripe. That's just a jersey cotton knit that you will love in either a dress or a skirt. And then I have to just feature these kits again. I mean, these Edgewater kits, 40% off both the skirt and the dress. You'll get the correct fabric cuts for every size of both the skirt and the dress. So we have 2 separate products, one Edgewater color blocked skirt kit, one Edgewater color blocked dress kit, and I would grab one of these and make them, you know, before summer's end to just brighten your life. Brighten your life and feel a little Barbie, feel a little fresh. This is just a great way to incorporate different fabrics into a dress, and we've done it really well with blending the jersey and the cotton poplin. So the kits are exactly as they look here. So okay, I want to just shout out to these. Don't sleep on these fabrics. These are great fabrics, so I want to just highlight them one more time a little bit more. This Cavalli, this Cheetah, this 100% Swiss cotton Swiss dot, this bold print. The price is right. The price is right. It's a great fabric. To make a gardenia, to make a woven top, and then this fruit basket, although we don't have a lot of yardage, I would grab it before it's gone. This isn't something that we'll see a lot of. It's just a great knit print, and I think that's something in the fabric industry that we're always looking out for. A few years back we would get a lot of knit prints, but now we're kind of seeing them more few and far between. So when we see them, we grab them. So this fruit basket print, whatever yardage we have left, I would grab. And then I want to highlight kind of a different sector of another look using this fabric on the far right. This is a lilac marble print. So on this next slide here, I have kind of paired an entirely different sort of look with what I would use this fabric for. So if you go on the website, you'll see this fabric and you'll see how cool these swirls and marble effect on this print is. And it is kind of one-sided. So on the wrong side, it's mostly white, although you can see the marble print through it. But it's a poly lycra, and it's a medium weight, 2-way stretch, so it would honestly be great pants. The Hudsons would be fabulous in this fabric, absolutely fabulous. And it kind of echoes that side of Barbie that I didn't really touch on here in my inspirations, but that retro part of Barbie. Remember that Poochie look from the beginning of the slideshow? So, a Hudson pant in this fabric would be great. And then another thought, Linda brought this up, this would make a great jacket. The Chicago jacket in this fabric would be fantastic. You'll only see the wrong side of this fabric in this pattern a little bit. So the Chicago jacket is, I think, a great pattern because I tend to like some of the oversized looks with our jackets, but it's a great slimming jacket actually also that has some great features, some great lines to it, has pockets. And so those are 2 patterns I would love to use for this fabric. So let's review, everyone. Let's review our fashion feature. Let's review our fabric feature and get you guys inspired and ready to go with everything Barbie for the remainder of the summer. So what are we inspired by? We are inspired by Barbiecore. Pick a pattern. We've got the Hudson pants on sale. We've got the gardenia on sale. We've got the Zane on sale. And then the Edgewater is on sale. And we do have these amazing kits that are a special price at 40% off, both the skirt and the dress. Also the cityscapes. Even though it's long sleeve, you make it short sleeve, or you even make it sleeveless. You make it shorter, you take out the darts. That pattern has a lot of versatility to it. I know we have a lot of our customers that take that pattern and kind of change it up if they prefer a dress or like the lines of it. But that's a great pattern. So pick one of these patterns, and then for fabric, you're gonna pick a pink fabric. Maybe one of the pinks of a knit, maybe one of the wovens, but pick a pink fabric based on how you want to use your pattern. So don't forget the viscose linen, don't forget the jersey cotton knits for a knit top, and don't forget those special sleeper fabrics that we don't want to sleep on, the Cavalli, the fruit basket, and the lilac marble swirl. Also, the black and white stripe for the iconic 1969 Barbie look, making a dress or a skirt. Woo! So I hope you guys are feeling inspired by Barbie. Thank you guys for joining. I'm sorry I couldn't make that a little bit bigger, but I will figure it out for next time. I got it right the first time, so I just had to get it right the second time. Thank you for posting the links, Erin. I'm going to go through and just write comments. If you guys have any feedback or questions, I'll answer a few here on the comments. And if you have any other comments in the meantime, feel free to email me at alex@sewingworkshop.com. And then I also have an Instagram. You can DM me, Alex at Alex, not Alice in Wonderland. Patty, you ordered the pink knit. You're ready. That's so great. Which one? You have to tell me. Please send pictures. Please send pictures. I love seeing pictures of you guys. Our whole team does. We love seeing pictures of our customers in our patterns, in our fabric, and even if you have questions about, I have this pink fabric or I have this pattern, what would you use this with? I know in our office, Deb is really great with, if you call and you feel like you want something or need something, Deb is really great also with pairing fabrics that go together. We can send samples, we can send pictures, we can talk you through things on the phone. So that's always an option. Deb does a really great job in our front of office and helps, and she knows our fabrics really well. So she's always able to help kind of on site there. Any burning questions? Oh, I'm glad you guys had fun. I appreciate it. You're tickled pink. Ah, that's a good phrase. I was trying to write down like all the pink phrases in the world right now to sort of use in my presentation, and I don't know if I did any of them, but the Come On Barbie, Let's Go Party, that was a song I used to listen to in middle school, and it's back. So, all right, everyone, thank you for joining, and I'll see you all in Malibu at the Barbie Dream House in 2024. Sound good? And if you have any questions, if you liked what you saw, if you want to see more, send me an email, alex@sewingworkshop.com, and we'll post this to YouTube. You can share with all your friends, and I hope you grab a pattern, and I hope you grab some fabric from our fashion and fabric feature live with Alex featuring Barbiecore. We'll do another one of these soon. I have no idea when, but it's going to be fun. I enjoy doing them, so I hope you guys enjoy too. Please email with any questions or comments, and I hope you guys have a great Friday. Go see Barbie. It's in theaters. Hope you don't get caught in a hailstorm like me. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.